Hi there and welcome to Bitesize Piano. In this video I'm going to give you just an easy, simple jazz-based idea just to get you playing some sort of jazz style piano. It will probably be suitable for beginners, there's nothing really technical about it, and hopefully it will just get you off to a good start. If you're looking to start getting into playing jazz piano, it might just give you a bit of a basis to begin with, to start messing around with. Jazz music is heavily improvised, so I'm just going to give you a really simple chord idea and a type of scale that you could use in your right hand, plus a couple of other little bits if you want to experiment further with it and develop it. So I'll give you a couple of ways to make like the right hand melody improvised part a little bit effective, just like a silly way that I use with some of my students. If you're brand new here and you see my videos pop up on your grapevine every now and then and you're not subscribed, please consider just giving the subscribe button a little tickle, and while you're down there you might as well like this video. I would also love you to comment what types of videos you would like to see and if you want more jazz based videos. If you're new to jazz piano, this tutorial would be a good place to start. We'll just get you playing something that sounds like jazz instantaneously. Obviously there are so many different types of genres of jazz, so this is to sound quite generic sounding. So I'm gonna take you to the piano now and I'm gonna teach you the chord progression in the left hand and then what you could do to improvise in the right hand. So we're going to have a look at these left hand chords. So this is the harmony and it's just a descending chord progression based on the diatonic 7th chords of C major. So these are the chords that I was using. So the first one is a 4th 7th chord of C major, so it's F major 7, so that's F, A, C, E. So you're just going to maintain this shape, so it's 4 notes. And then you're just going to move that down one to E minor 7. So this is E, G, B and D. And then you move that down again to D minor 7. So it's D, F, A, C. And then to C major 7. So it's C, E, G, B. So we have, just holding the chords down. I'm using the sustain pedal. Freshen it on each chord. I've done an entire video about how to use the pedals, I'll link that below. You can play it in a slightly more interesting rhythm, so something a bit more varied like that. So you just have to lock your hand in this position. Not an octave, so it should be suitable with people who have shorter, smaller hands. So what we're going to initially play in the right hand, we're just going to stick with the major pentatonic on C. So basically it's all the white notes except for B and F. So the major pentatonic is C, D, E, G and A. And if you play these notes, any of these notes with anything in the left hand, it's going to be quite difficult to make it sound quite bad, you know, in terms of harmony. So you could start by going something really basic, just practicing moving the left hand and keeping the right hand stationary. And then you can have a go at alternating which notes you play, but still keeping it where it is. with rhythm and you're using just 5 notes, what you could try is travelling up and down the pentatonic, but again only playing those same notes, so missing out the B and the F. So travelling up and down, you know, just practice the right hand, you know, just by itself without any left hand, and just get used to playing around. Just moving around the scale. You can use F and B. B is probably a bit more friendlier than F, so you could probably really only use F when you're playing the F chord. So with the melodies, you may have heard with melodies that you have like a question melody, it's for like one phrase, and then you need like an answer melody. So let's have a question. And that's the first like question phrase. I'm going to answer it in the next chord. I'll ask another question. The answer. So try to think of it like that. It's just to encourage you to phrase your melodies so you're not just constantly playing notes. Also, if you don't know how many like syllables to play, take a literal conversation, like write a conversation down. So, how are you today? I am well, thank you. What are you up to later? Nothing much, just Netflix. It's silly, but if you're stuck, another very mundane conversation. What would you like for dinner? That is a good question. I'm thinking pizza? Good idea. If you want to add an extra chord in the left hand, what could sound effective is what I call a parallel chromatic passing chord. I think it sounds effective there, which makes it sound extra jazzy and almost like lo-fi style. So in the right hand, any black keys you play in the right hand that you're playing within the chord in the left hand. So this makes an E flat minor 7, so E flat, G flat, B flat, D flat. So this is the E minor 7. I'm literally taking all of those notes, moving them down a semitone, so now they're all black keys, and then moving down a semitone again, so we land back into the D minor. So it's a passing chord between the E minor 7 and the D minor 7. It's just an interesting, pretty jazzy sounding thing to put in there, and you could include like an E flat somewhere in the right hand. So it's called like the flattened third, which is actually more of a bluesy thing to do, but in this context it still sounds jazz. To do it every single time. try not using the pedal as well, so you get a lot more of a clean sound. And that relies a little bit more on being a bit more rhythmical in the left hand. Also make sure that you're trying to keep track of time, so whether you have a metronome to help you keep time or something on your piano, you can get metronome apps and websites as well that are free, so just something to keep you in time. I hope you enjoyed that and you've got something from it, and it's given you a good, foundation and basis in which to build upon or explore more jazz, and it's just going to get you starting to play jazz that's not difficult and quite simple, and it instantly sounds good and it's fun to play and it's pleasurable to listen to. So I hope you've had fun with it. I've had fun making it, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it and that it's useful. If you'd like to leave a piano tutorial request, you need to click on this video, which takes you through to my official request space. You do need to be subscribed. All requests are noted and considered, so I look forward to seeing you over there.